From Sacred Descent by Michelle Collins and Paul Sprecher. Welcome, all who are restless for a world renewed. We come carried by ancestors who refused the silence of despair and dared to sing a new song. Their courage whispers through us still. Today we resist by showing up together. We resist by keeping faith with what is not yet. Our gathering is itself an act of sacred descent, calling us to rise and unite as co-creators of a freer tomorrow. This flame burns for the courage we find when fear makes sense, not the absence of doubt, but the choice to act anyway. We light it for those who speak when silence feels safer, and those who act when invisibility beckons. Good morning. As a worship associate over the past few years, it has been an honor and a privilege and a joy to stand here before you to share readings and many a personal reflection and some fun. My hope is that it offered you some solace and perhaps some inspiration and lightheartedness when needed. I thank you for being gracious witness to that experience. That said, when times are tough and all seems lost, I often find comfort and hope in the simple wisdom of a story for all ages. Shall we have a listen? The rabbit listened. One day, Taylor decided to build something new, something special, something amazing. Taylor was so proud. But then, out of nowhere, things came crashing down. The chicken was the first to notice. Cluck, 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 cluck. What a shame. I'm so sorry this happened. Let's talk about it. Cluck, cluck, cluck. But Taylor didn't feel like talking, so the chicken left. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Next came the bear. Grrr, grrr. How horrible, I bet you feel so angry. Let's shout about it. Grrr, grrr, grrr. But Taylor didn't feel like shouting, so Bear left. The elephant knew just what to do. Dum-pa-da, I can fix this. We just need to remember exactly the way things were. But Taylor didn't feel like remembering, so the elephant left. One by one they came. The hyena, let's laugh about it. The ostrich, oh, let's hide and pretend nothing happened. The kangaroo, tisk, tisk, oh, what a mess, let's just throw it all away. And the snake, shh, let's go knock down someone else's. But Taylor didn't feel like doing anything with anybody. So eventually, they all left until Taylor was alone. In the quiet, Taylor didn't even notice the rabbit, but it moved closer and closer until Taylor could feel its warm body. Together they sat in silence until Taylor said, "Please stay with me." The rabbit listened. The rabbit listened as Taylor talked. The rabbit listened as Taylor shouted. The rabbit listened as Taylor remembered and laughed. The rabbit listened to Taylor's plans to hide, to throw everything away, and to ruin things for someone else. Through it all, Rabbit never left. And when the time was right, the rabbit listened to Taylor's plan to build again. "I can't wait," Taylor said. "It's going to be amazing." Now let me ask you, have you ever felt like Taylor? Have you ever listened like Rabbit? They did good together, yes?
Thank you so much, Ria. And what a pleasure it is to have a retired kindergarten teacher. Just saying. Now we're going to pause to do our traditional Sunday morning welcome to everyone gathered in the sanctuary and to all those who are joining us online. Welcome to West Shore Unitarian Universalist Church, a sanctuary, a joyful place for gathering in turbulent times and in times of peaceful flow. We have so many good programs going on. Please take the time to check out everything that's listed in your order of service, describing the events that are coming up and showing you how you can get involved. Now, if you're here for the first or second time, and you don't mind letting people know, please raise your hand so we can make sure to offer you a special greeting. Thank you, courageous ones. And while our children go to their classes, let's take a few moments now to greet each other warmly. And the greeting time will end with the sounding of the bowl and Dave playing beautiful music behind us. Thank you. As Unitarian Universalists, we believe that truth is larger than any one book or way. Religion and science go hand in hand. Integrity requires freedom of conscience. Diversity is something to celebrate. In the struggle for justice, we come alive. Our highest aspiration and calling is love. Whoever you are, whomever you love, whatever path you are on, you are welcome here. Please be seated, and we are inserting something into the order of service, so you are not misreading. This is a reading from Robert Arnold. Welcome to 2026. 2025 was the longest decade of our lives. And if it taught us anything, it's that comfort is never the point. But 2026 is not a year for spectators, not a time for clever distance or ironic detachment.
This is not a moment to pack up our conscience and pretend the weather is nicer somewhere else. We are not fleeing to another country. We are not waiting for permission. We are here because here is where the work is. For too long, we've been told that oligarchs are inevitable, that corporate rule is simply the natural order of modern life, that democracy is best managed by consultants and donors in quiet rooms with bad lighting and worse ethics. We've been told to vote and go home and be quiet. We've been told to be grateful for crumbs while entire loaves are loading onto yachts and taken offshore.
And for a while, fatigue almost did the trick, because exhaustion is the most effective form of control. If you keep people tired, divided, confused, and just comfortable enough to survive, they'll never rise.
They'll argue sideways. They'll fight ghosts. They'll blame each other. They'll forget who benefits from the chaos.
Fatigue has a face, and it looks like opening a medical bill and feeling your chest tighten before you even read the number. It looks like working full-time, doing everything you were told was right, and still falling behind.
It looks like being told the economy is strong while your life feels brittle. Like you're one surprise away from collapse. And that isn't failure, it's design.
People have started seeing the pattern. Not just the policy failures, but the structure. Not just corruption, but a system that rewards cruelty, consolidates wealth, and calls it stability.
A system that treats working people as inputs and their losses as acceptable collateral. A system that privatizes profit and socializes pain and asks us to applaud for it. That spell is breaking.
2026 is not about hope in the soft sense. It's about resolve. It's about discipline. It's about choosing the harder path because it's the honest one.
What are our grounding moral assumptions?
Government should serve the people, not manage them. Healthcare is not a perk. Housing is not a luxury.
Education is not a gatekeeping device, and dignity is not conditional. Markets are tools, not gods. And any economy that cannot keep people alive, housed, and hopeful has forfeited its moral authority.
But this isn't just about what we oppose. It's also about what we love. We love our people, the quiet decency of neighbors who show up. We love work well done, not for applause, but because it matters. We love our communities that still know each other's names and losses. We love a country that can be better because we have seen flashes of it in solidarity.
Democracy is not something you inherit. It's something you practice and protect and fight for. And yes, fight is the right word here, because power rarely concedes peacefully. It does not step aside because it's been asked nicely. It does not reform itself out of shame.
It tells you you're asking too much, when what they really mean is that change is inconvenient, because fairness disrupts. Solidarity is dangerous to those who rely on division to survive.
We are not here to be palatable, to be managed by those who failed the test of basic decency. We are here to rebuild.
And that means organizing where they said it couldn't be done. Refusing to abandon the people easiest to sacrifice. Understanding that this is not a single election or a single bill or a single charismatic figure. It means accepting that this is generational work, not glamorous, slow, human, and worth everything.
We're done pretending incremental cruelty is a compromise. We're done pretending austerity is responsibility. We're choosing a different story this time, where the measure of success is not stock prices, but stability. Not dominance, but care. Not how much we extracted, but how many people we lifted without demanding they bleed for it.
2026 is the year we stop asking whether change is possible and act because it's necessary. Courage is contagious. We're not leaving, and we're not turning back. Welcome to 2026.
Okay, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I love these short girl things they got going here. So, good morning. My name is Terry Sandu, and I have been a proud member of West Shore for about 20 years of my life, with about 10 years in between 2 decades when I left for a while. Right before that first decade, or right up at the end of that first decade, is when the church was also going through a revisioning of its facilities. And I had the opportunity to contribute to that process, and it's still something I feel a lot of pride about all these years later. I really can't tell you how grateful I am for this community. I'm sure you feel that as well. All of the ministries and justice work that we do. This church, you all have carried me and my family at times when it was most needed. And you have provided many opportunities to laugh and have fun, like the euchre tournament I got to go to recently as a service auction event. So these are some of the reasons why I was really eager to attend one of the focus group meetings that you all are also invited to attend. I came away really excited after hearing about the possible future vision for our church and our community. The information you're going to receive at one of these is really clear, super helpful, and we have the opportunity to share our own ideas. So my purpose up here this morning is just to briefly make sure you are aware of the many opportunities that remain for you to attend. One is, please come hear about the proposed future plans for the church, share your ideas, dreams, and input. We are searching for the divine plan through you. Please help. And you can attend as many as you would like. This truly is our congregation's plan as a whole body to decide where the church goes in the future. I hadn't realized that there's been a group of people working for, I want to say, over a year to help us get to this point. And really there are some really foundational needs that you'll hear about, but there's also room for creativity, inspiration, and some how might we's. So your voice, your questions, and your dreams are needed. You are important to the decisions to be made for this future planning. So I am here to personally invite you to attend one of the focus groups. There's one this morning at 11:30, immediately following the service. The comments will be recorded and compiled so they can be presented to the whole team for review before making additional decisions on planning. If you are unable to join today, in your order of service, you have this flyer, that's why I'm waving it around, with many other opportunities. I think we still have 6 or 7 more opportunities for you to join. So please mark your calendar for one of these really important discussions. It's a conversation for the entire West Shore family. Each presentation lasts about 30 minutes. Then you have an opportunity to ask questions and to answer a brief but really important questionnaire about some next steps before the meeting is concluded. All of them will take less than an hour. So I look forward to taking this next step together in our mission as we work to inspire more people to lead lives of meaning and purpose. Thank you in advance, or if you've already been to one, for your participation.
What We Say Yes To by Erica Hewitt. The offering that we take each Sunday isn't just a stale habit. It's an opportunity to recommit to this place and to this people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts, freely giving, may we say yes to the values of our faith. The offering will now be given and gratefully received.
Hopefully you got a handout along with your order of service with the 20 archetypes of resistance. If so, you can read along with Ria and me. Responding to the crises of our time, Jungian therapist Satya Doyle Bayok asked herself, how best can I serve? And she ended up compiling and then sharing these 20 archetypes of resistance and dissent, ancient roles for creating and sustaining peace, equality, and freedom. As we read these 20 archetypes, notice which ones describe the work that you feel called to do, the way you feel called to be present. Number 1, the healer protects us in body and spirit, bringing skills and training to help ease suffering and ensure survival.
Number 2, the musician transforms pain into what we need to hear, motivating change, reminding us of life beyond grief. Resistance movements must be joy-filled.
Number 3, the cook turns culinary art and skill in the kitchen into physical and spiritual nourishment, into shared dining spaces of community and connection.
Number 4, the neighbor is often an underappreciated hero, embodying our interdependence held in the hearts of all whom they witness, all they touch.
Number 5, the observer brings their courage in observing suffering, recording it for the rest of us, for the present and for the future.
Number 6, the civil servant is on the front lines while democracy is under attack, speaking truth to power, defending institutions in public or behind the scenes.
Number 7, the orator offers us a light in dark times and hope when all feels lost, clarity for our mission and encouragement in our labor.
Number 8, the benefactor provides reliable financial support to the resistance movement, from crowdfunding to wealthy donors.
Number 9, the keeper of law works at every level of the system, protecting structures of justice so they may protect the most vulnerable among us.
Number 10, the prophet puts the pieces together the rest of us can't see, always watching out for us and protecting life's future.
Number 11, the wisdom keeper knows that while so much is being destroyed, it's critical that wisdom and culture be protected for us and for the future.
Number 12, the leader. When lost in the woods, it is a comfort to know someone up ahead has a flashlight, a compass, and is willing and able to lead.
Number 13, the writer. Communication is critical in times of resistance and dissent, whether to convey facts and information or to inspire through poetry and storytelling.
Number 14, the defender may be a soldier or officer protecting institutions and communities, putting their life on the line.
And number 15, the seed keeper may be saving actual seeds for future harvest, or acting as seeds themselves, going deep underground to protect life for another time.
Number 16, the code maker. When communication becomes dangerous, resistance movements need people who can communicate without being heard.
Number 17, the artist helps us see things differently, transforming pain into possibility. using art to protest in ways that marching cannot do.
Number 18, the organizer knows what needs to get done, tapped into networks of care and support, making it happen, educating and advocating for us.
Number 19, the underground guide risks protecting the vulnerable, building networks, knowing whom to trust, how to communicate, and gather resources.
Number 20, the soul tender is a religious or secular guide when we feel depleted and hopeless, reflecting our integrity, inspiring hope in the here and the now.
Thank you. Thank you, choir, and thank you, David. There is a love holding us. There is a love calling us. There is a love moving us. There is a love blessing us. In times of grief, in times of fear, in times of rage and blame, in times of letting go, there is a love holding us. That's what I hear in today's story for all ages, where collectively we are the one with a capital O whose creation came tumbling down, assuming democracy was evolving to be more inclusive and just. And we are also the rabbit, the wise heart, witnessing what's happening, present to all the feelings, creating space for what happens next, unlocking life's creative potential, surging in the child, surging in every one of us when not coerced or repressed. Collectively, We are the love holding us, living, breathing, grieving, open. The problem and the evolutionary opportunity is that at times we are also the chicken, the bear, the ostrich, the hyena, the snake, all those inner voices carried from childhood trying to protect us when we're afraid to feel it all. Afraid we'd be consumed or washed away by our fear. There is a love holding us, holding the most painful realities we are witnessing and feeling. It is not our responsibility to keep holding the despair or blame or anger, but to let them flow, to trust them to life, to love, to the great heart, or dare we say, to the rabbit. Allowing ourselves to be liberated, not forgetting, but present as living channels for life's always adapting creativity. It usually is a long journey becoming aware of those inner voices, unlearning our habits of shame and blame, not allowing those voices to define us or to limit what life can create through us. Look around this morning. We are here together in spiritual community to support each other on that journey. One means of support is sharing trusted voices of the love holding us. Robert Arnold's is a voice I trust, who speaks clearly and powerfully to our shared needs as Americans, owning the full range of feelings, nonpartisan, modeling the shared morality of democracy, speaking hard truths without dehumanizing those enacting or condoning brutality, or those destroying structures of justice and defying the rule of law. When we open to the depths of what's happening and the magnitude of the changes needing it, it can be easy to fall into a Marvel superhero assumption and delusion that we have to fix it all. We don't, and we can't. We're each unique individuals with specific gifts, skills, and limitations. Jungian therapist Satya Doyle-Bayak offers us the list we shared of 20 wise archetypes of resistance and dissent, where none is more important than any other. We need all these archetypes and more. We find our archetype in the ones that call to us, the ones that bring us fully alive, because our democracy, our human family, needs us to address the attacks on democracy, on our neighbors, on us. And we're the ones who are here. Together, we are like the immune system of democracy. The job now of this immune system is to dissent as a collective spiritual practice to protect and strengthen us and to strengthen all the circles and structures that make democracy possible. There are many, many different kinds of immune cells in our individual bodies, many different structures guiding their work, just as there are many archetypes of resistance supporting us as immune cells in the body of democracy, the body of the collective human family. When we look at the list, we see ourselves in many of the descriptions. The role we served 20 years ago may be different from how we are called to serve today. Our challenge is to live in balance while we do this work, remembering that balance changes moment by moment. Ours is not to catastrophize, but to stay open, aware of what's happening around us, feeling into it, responding through the archetypes that call us, teacher or cook, soul tender or organizer, keeping our hearts open and always remembering to give it to life, to love. That's a tall order in these times. Where can we turn for guidance, for support? For me, another voice I trust is Rick Hanson's, a pioneer in what I call neurospirituality, whose books are pictured in your order of service, Buddha's Brain and Hardwiring Happiness. Rick teaches neuroplasticity, how our brains are always changing, and not necessarily for the better. He describes the negativity bias of the brain, which pays attention to mortal threats, which is why we are all here. But it leaves us on our own when it comes to joy and balance, to creativity and the resilience required for balance. He writes about how to become aware when our nervous system is being manipulated and gets stuck in freeze, fight, flight, or fawn mode. We're seeing a lot of fawning going on. In Hardwiring Happiness, he shows how not to stay hooked by programs and people literally investing in keeping us afraid and pitting us against one another. Another inspiring voice was Gerald Edelman, grandfather of contemporary neuroscience, who was asked how he thought about the human brain after 40 years of research. He described us as an orchestra without a conductor, each one of us. I imagine all of us taking good care of our instruments, becoming more and more skillful players, turning and tuning to those around us, playing old masterpieces and creating new ones. At the beginning of this century, neuroscientists accidentally discovered a structure in each of our brains they call the default mode network, which hyperconnects several brain areas we use the most. We do this for efficiency, which we have taken beyond the extreme. Efficiency blocks creativity and it blocks collaboration. It literally makes us narrow-minded. To transcend its limits requires activities like meditation, activities and intentions, also like music, time in nature, pausing, and coming together in spiritual community. Our brains are always changing. We have the power, we have the freedom, we have the responsibility to choose in which directions they will change, we will change. And this is where it becomes theological. By transcending the default mode network, we seem to have access to what the Buddhists call boundless awareness, infinite compassion, and wisdom. Sounds a lot like God to me, but not a controlling, punishing, power over despot, but evolving presence, love holding us, love breathing in us, age after age, moment after moment. Back to the orchestra without a conductor, where each of us are neurons in the mind of life, the mind of God or of love, cells in the immune system of the human family, resisting, this is our job, resisting and dissenting to that which is destroying life. It's not just conceptual, it's relational. Again, please look around you. The rabbit, the creative child in the story, it's all here. I've been a songwriter all of my life. Songwriting as a dialogue with mystery, the nameless one beyond the default mode network, the love holding us, listening to us, assuring us that we do not have to fix everything, but we do have to feel it and free it through music or poetry, cooking or teaching, through spiritual community and spiritual practice, whatever archetypes or instruments call us, because we're part of the larger orchestra, the whole human family evolving together, part of the larger orchestra or jazz ensemble of all life on earth. Feeling, listening, dreaming something amazing, dissenting, protecting democracy together. Amen. May we help one another find our ways, our archetypes of resistance and dissent. May we allow ourselves and encourage one another to ask for help. May we rise up for one another. May we look around us and remember that ours are the eyes and hands of God, of life, of love, in times of grief, in times of fear, in times of rage and blame, in times of letting go. As individual voices of dissent in service to democracy, may we reach out to one another again and again in spiritual community, trusting and embodying the love holding us all.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry with us until we meet again.
And please rise and body your spirit for singing our closing song. Let's go.